Hey everybody, I wanted to give you a little update regarding the Chicago Fest for Beatles Fans that was supposed to be in August. I think it was August 7th, 8th, and 9th, which is 2 weeks from today it was going to start. Unfortunately, due to COVID-19, the coronavirus, it has been canceled this year, which was heartbreaking when they announced it for me. Understandably so that it was canceled, though. I'm not saying it was the wrong decision. Nobody wants to take that chance with all those people in one spot. It was just really hard to take in for me. This would have been my 26th Chicago Fest in a row. I've been going since 1994 when I was 14. And it usually takes place around my birthday in August. This year was going to be extra special because this year is my 40th birthday. So I was going to, it was the weekend before my birthday this year, and I was going to celebrate at the fest with my friends, and potentially Beatle Babe. Jen was going to fly in from California for her first ever Beatle Fest. We were going to try and do a GoFundMe for her so she could come out here, not only visit the fest, but meet me for the first time and then see some of the Chicago sights and everything. For as big as a Beatle fan she is, she needs to come to the Beatle Fest at least. Sorry, Fest for Beatles Fans at least once. It used to be called Beatle Fest when I first started going, and long before I was going. I still happen to call it that. It's kind of like the Sears Tower in Chicago. They changed it to the Willis Tower because it was bought out. Or Comiskey Park is now Guaranteed Rate Field. I still call it Comiskey Park, as a lot of White Sox fans do. Who wants to call it the Rate? It's so dumb. But anyway, today it's the, let's see, what's the date? July 24th. Sorry, I was off today, so I don't know the date. The Fest for Beatle Fest people, the Lapidus family who runs it and who created it, and thank God for them, because I love Beatle Fest. I can't describe it. But anyway, they announced today the plans and the lineup for the virtual fest. Now they've been talking about this for months on emails and Facebook, and how they're going to do a virtual fest this year. And sorry, the fan's blowing. And when they postponed the New York Fest that was due to take place in March, they went ahead on the weekend it was going to take place. They had everything online. All the guest speakers, the performers, everything was online on Facebook and some on Zoom, and it was all free. Now, for the Chicago Fest, they're charging money to watch the Zoom things online, which, you know, I totally understand. They canceled 2 fests. The New York one is supposed to be in October, during John Lennon's birthday weekend, October 9th, which would have been his 80th birthday. I totally understand that they need the money. They want to keep the fest going, and it's only $44 for full access to everything. If there's 2 things going on at once, though, like if you want to go ahead and, you know, have somebody watching the Zumba class on one device, and then you want to watch Liverpool, say, on another device, you have to have 2 separate tickets. You can't, like, share the feed with them. You know what I mean? Which, you know, again, totally understand. They need to make their money too. I'm so grateful that they're going to be doing this for the fans and bringing it to people. My only beef is that I didn't know that it was going to be something you had to pay for. If I did, I would have potentially requested days off of work like I do for the regular fest. I might be working that weekend, so I can't really go ahead and buy a ticket now and, you know, risk losing it when I might be at work and I can't watch it. So that's something I wish they would have mentioned before. That was going to be something to be paid for. because then I could have potentially put in for the time off, so I would have been able to enjoy everything. But as it is, I still might be able to enjoy the free things they are offering on Facebook through the Apple Jam stage, which is going to be professionals, musicians, playing a set of Beatles songs, which is really great when you're there at the fest. It's so good just to sit down and listen to live Beatles music, casually, so to speak. It's like this little intimate stage. Nothing fancy. Just could be somebody just with a guitar playing like Scott Erickson does it, or it could be somebody with a full band and, full horn sections, full, strings, the whole works sometimes, sitars, keyboards, everything. And so you never know. So that's going to be fun that we're going to be able to see that. And it does have some really cool guests. They've got Peter Asher and Jeremy Clyde, Klaus Vormann, Donovan, Frida Kelly, bunch of people who are coming out to talk. And Liverpool is going to be doing a live concert on the Saturday. And there's my cat. And they will be doing it live from the Cutting Room, I think, in New York City, it said. No audience there. They're doing it exclusively for the fest, which is really cool. I'm going to be a little upset that I'm missing them because, again, well, I mean, if I'm off, I could potentially spend the $44 to see it. They do have a Patreon bonus thing for $100, which doesn't offer anything else. They don't send you like a laminate or so like some Patreon things that you see online, they send you a t-shirt or a laminate or something as a thank you for giving them that extra money. I mean, that might change. I don't know what their plans are. But when I read the email, I'm getting choked up now. When I read the email earlier, I did cry that I won't be going to the Hyatt Regency O'Hare this year for the Fest for Beatles Fans. First time in 26 years. And it's heartbreaking. And sorry. Nothing you can do about it. Just hope that maybe next year things will be better and I could go and see everything in person and see my friends and hang out. I love it. Sorry. When I go multiple days, I get a room at the Hyatt, and it's really nice, and you can just kind of hang out, and when you buy things, you go bring it up to the room and just chill out for a while, because sometimes you do need a break because there's so much going on throughout the day. Days. You're there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all day, and you just need a break once in a while. Just chill out and relax in the room, get something to eat, bring it, have a little privacy, veg out a little bit, watch a little TV, whatever, refresh yourself, recharge your batteries, literally on your phone and yourself, and then go back for more Beatles stuff. Because it's Friday night, it usually goes from 5 to midnight, and it's a shorter one, and that's usually when you go and, scope everything out, and you figure out what you want to do. You have, see where everything is, get your mind back into that Beatle Fest groove, and then you go out and listen to Liverpool Friday night, do their dance party thing, which is a great set. It's usually the early Beatles stuff because they clear chairs out in front of the stage for people to dance to, and they also have the dress up contest and look-alike contest, and it's just a lot of fun the first night, and you're just getting into it. And then all night long, people play Beatles music in the lobby and under the stairs. There's not much room under the stairs anymore, but there is an area down at the bottom of the escalator by the marketplace. Well, sometimes they have the marketplace down there, but there's always people set up jamming all throughout the hotel. So you stay up and you listen to that. You get up on Saturday morning, and then do it all over again. This one starts, there's usually an early bird special at like 11:30, whether it's Mr. Puppet or something else, a video or something, and you go check that out. And then it starts at noon, goes to midnight. Get some lunch somewhere in between there and some dinner, a little break, and you go beetle it out all day long. There's everything. There's a huge marketplace. There's guest authors to listen to and check out their books. There's bands and presentations and guest speakers and panels and auctions and raffles and videos, karaoke, the art contest. There's just so much to do. You're never bored. There's always something to look at. And it's such a pleasure to go see it all. And then Saturday night's the same thing. You check out Liverpool with all the special guests, jamming with them at the end of the night. And do the same thing again. Check out the bands playing for a little while. My friends and I usually get a Saturday night pizza after Liverpool. And then go check out all the bands in the lobby and under the stairs. And then Sunday, we get up. Last day is always hard. Because this is it. You don't want it to end. Even though Sunday it's more of the same things. But you could go check out different things on Sunday that you didn't do on Friday and Saturday. Like you could go check out the yoga. You could go check out the transcendental meditation. They have Zumba classes. Usually on Sunday the weaklings perform. That's their day. Check out the Apple Jam stage, check out the puppet show. There's just all kinds of great things to do. And it's different because there's different bands and performers, so they do different sets throughout the weekend. And you go do your last minute shopping in the Fest room and then the marketplace. You vote, make sure you vote on the art contest, and then also Sunday is usually the Battle of the Beatles bands. And the Sound Alike contest, I think Sound Alike contest is on Saturday. Battle of the Bands is usually on Sunday. And then you go check out Liverpool again, and still after Liverpool all night long, way into the morning, the bands are playing, people are all around. It's just a big party. I'm not a drinker or anything per se, but a lot of people bring their coolers. They sit out in the lobby drinking, and they just have a good time. And it's really great. It's something, if you've never experienced it, it's really heartwarming and fun. And if you're a Beatles fan, I highly recommend you try to go at least once in your life. Like I said a couple times, I've gone 26 times. Well, this year would have been 26. I've gone 25 times. And it never gets old. There's always something new. There's always something to check out. No matter what you like, however you like to experience the fest, there's always something for you to do and enjoy. And yeah, it's just awesome. I wish I was going so I could show you guys. I was going to make a great little video walking around the fest and showing you my favorite things and what I bought and just having a good time like usual. I did make a video last year. I think there's some up on my channel, and there's some up I have on Vimeo, I think, which I can link to. And throughout the years, if you check out in my channel, there's always something from Beatle Fest, whether it's walking around or the bands, especially Liverpool and the Weaklings, and some of the special guests. There's always something that I've posted. I can't link, well, I can actually link everything, but I mean, if you want to check it out, you can. But it's something, it's so near and dear to my heart. My first year, I became a Beatles fan when I was about 12. And then there was a music store by my house that I used to take my bike to and buy cassettes of the Beach Boys, the Beatles, Genesis. And one year they had a flyer for Beatle Fest. I said, oh, what's this? And it was in 1993, and I had missed it by like 2 weeks. It's like, oh, how did I miss this? How did I not know this was a thing? The internet was not a thing yet, 1993. Think about it. There was no internet, there was no Reddit, there was no Facebook, Twitter, anything to communicate this, unless you heard it on the radio or TV, newspapers, flyers, things like that, word of mouth. And I was 13, so I didn't really have access to much of that. The radio, sure. It was never announced on Breakfast with the Beatles in my area, which it should have been. but I missed it. So the next year I went was 1994. I was 14, and my dad took me. We went for one day, the Saturday. And as soon as I walked into that hotel with the Beatles music playing and seeing everyone wearing their Beatles shirts and just everywhere Beatles, it was the most mind-blowing experience. And I knew that this was for me. This was the best thing I had ever experienced in my life. And I've shared it with a lot of people through the years, friends that I don't talk to anymore. My dad's passed. My stepdad took me one year. He's passed. Was able to share it with them. Like I said, lots of friends that have come and gone. A lot of people I still see there every year. You know, it's just weird seeing them once a year, but it's so special. And I want to keep bringing new people like Jen to come see it and experience it because I want them to feel what I do with it. Sorry. You can tell how much it means to me, and I'm really sad that I won't be going this year. But hey, next year, right? Anyway, sorry. Thanks for watching, and peace and love, right?